Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Einar Anderson Stadium, where we take on the Blaine Bengals here from Minnetonka, Einar Anderson Stadium. My name is Roger Lenahan. Tonight in the booth with me is Joey Scatera, who's our executive producer. Ethan May ordinarily is going to be here. We're hoping to see him soon. Peter Amstutz, a huge missing component of our broadcast tonight, is in Indiana. We're dealing with some family stuff. So if Pete's watching, boy, big shout out to Pete. And before the game begins, we're certainly missing you already. We're going to start out by bringing the Blaine Bengals starting lineup to you. So here we go for Blaine on the offensive side of the ball. Number 72, senior Zach Byers. The left guard, number 70, junior Brady Kernow. The right guard, number 71, Evan Abel. The left tackle, number 79, junior Zach Schusted. The right tackle, number 54, senior Jacob Godfrey. The receiver, number 81, senior Jordan Reynolds. One of the other receivers, number 15, senior Cole Schmidt. The other receiver, number 9, junior Tyler Terry. One of the other receivers, number 87, senior Jacob Emslander. The running back, number 30, Preston Myers. And their quarterback, A.J. Call, is a junior, or number 11 rather, and is a senior. The Bengals, of course, coached by first-year head coach Mike Law. So we got a brand new head coach, but he's been on their staff, was on their staff, I think, as early as 2018, and was the offensive coordinator when Blaine went 11-1. So, nonetheless, pretty different position to be in the head coach. And so now, the starting defense for the Minnetonka Skippers. Number 49, defensive end Joey McBain. At the other end, number 41, senior Andrew McCullough. D-tackle, Julius Nurse. The other D-tackle, number 10, Andy Dill. The linebacker, number 11, Will Richmond. The other linebacker, number 26, Brett Worley. Joined by number 9, Seth Beal. The safeties, Prentice Wheatley, number 35. Ashton Hoffman, number 13. Going on to the corners, number 18, Evan Swenson. Number 28, Cosmo Gian. On the offensive side of the ball for Minnetonka, the quarterback, number 4, Will Martin. The running back, Jacob McCullough. He's a junior, number 7. The wide receivers, senior Joey Genro, number 7. One of the other wide receivers, senior Casey Miller, number 8. The other receiver, coming to you from the slot, typically Cade Conzemius. And then, last but not least, in that receiving core, number 6, Tyler Leon. At the offensive guard spot, a sophomore, number 77, Luke Speedling. Another sophomore at the O-tackle, number 66, Luke Wilson. The offensive guard, junior, number 70, Dylan Sinkin. Another sophomore at the other O-guard, Cal Worley, number 62. The center, junior, number 75, Jack Lewinsky. Our punter and kicker, and one player doing both roles, number 85, Keegan Sabilla. The holder, tough, important job, number 6, Tyler Leon. Punt return, you'll have number 18, Evan Swenson. And on kick returns, you'll have number 18, Evan Swenson, and number 5, Cade Conzemius. Folks, we're about 11 minutes away from the start of the game, and this should be a good contest. Give you a little background, a little bit on how each team has got here. Of course, Minnetonka opens at home and come away with a nice 21-7 victory over the Edina Hornets. Blaine's road so far, mind you, one game, not quite so easy. They get by White Bear Lake, and they do it with a last-minute kick as time running out. So, little different road, but should be a good road. Got a couple of keys for, and the other thing I want you to notice if you're watching the broadcast is it's youth football night. So if you find a way to get onto the camera or get onto that, you can see the helmet in the corner of your screen, and that thing is surrounded by Tonka Football Association youth players from all different grades as young as 2nd grade and as old as 8th grade. And in just a couple of minutes, your Minnetonka skippers will run through that tunnel and through that helmet. And again, we're celebrating our youth football program tonight here. We look forward to the start of the game here in less than 10 minutes. We'll give you a couple of keys to the game before we get going. Joined in the booth by Scott Cody, everybody. Son of one of the better players we've had here, Ian Cody. Hope they're all listening. Got to reach out to player from last year, Owen Gunderson. Hope he's listening tonight. Gundy, saw your dad here tonight. Always good to have some listeners from far away. So hopefully our boom mic, you can hear a little bit of it. We're going to go through a couple of our sponsors in just a minute, and then we'll be about 5 minutes from kickoff here, folk. And there come your skippers running through the tunnel.
Stadium for tonight's matchup between the visiting Blaine Bengals and your very own.
Well, here's some of our sponsors while we're waiting.
Skipper.
Prominent Construction LLC. Prominent Construction will be more than ready to assist you if you're looking for residential, commercial, asphalt, shingle roofing, or siding installation services in Minneapolis and nearby area. We're going to take a little break here as we have the Air Force, Marines, and the Army come out and present the colors, and we'll have the national anthem. As soon as that's over, we'll come back, finish a couple of sponsors, and we'll get set for the kickoff against Minnetonka Skippers and the Blaine Bengals.
Doc Winmark, Combat Corpsman, 1st Marine Division, 1st Medical Battalion. At this time, we ask that you remain standing and remove your hats. Veterans in attendance may render a hand salute as the Minnetonka High School Marching Band, under the direction of Miles Mortensen, performs our national anthem. Please remain standing until our color guard is in the end zone.
Well, you got a chance to see the color guard leaving the stadium here. High school has a 5-man officiating crew. We've got a crew tonight that are standing on the visitor sideline. The dance line's in the middle of the field, and Minnetonka is set here for the national anthem. Well, let's talk a couple of things in relationship to how this thing goes. Blaine is going to run the ball with big running backs and a pretty big quarterback. Their quarterback is listed on the program as a junior. He's number 11, and he's at 190 pounds, 6'3". Fairly big for a high school quarterback. they're going to need to block a number 50. Minnetonka's going to need to block a number 50. Expect that we might call his name. The least we call it, the better off for Minnetonka. Clayton Huber, one of their captains, and he's listed at 5'10", but 231 pounds, a D lineman, and they're going to need to block him. The other player to watch for the Blaine Tigers, or the Blaine Bengals rather, is number 87, Jacob Emlander. So here we go. We're going to start here a little before 7. So it's going to be a little bit of an early start, which is non-traditional for Minnetonka football. But nonetheless, they're going to do that. Minnetonka's going to kick off. We can't tell whether they won the toss, deferred, what have it. But
are you ready for some football? Everybody up for the kickoff!
Hagerstead deep on one side for the Bengals, and number 27, Isaac Moyne. So Moyne and Hagerstead back deep for the Bengals, as although early in the season, these are two undefeated teams meeting in week 2 at home for Minnetonka. Minnetonka's skipper has got a big leg in Zabilla, and Zabilla this time drives an end-over-end one. That's going to be in play at the 1. And he absolutely, 27 and 41, Roman Johnson and Andrew McCullough on a combined tackle there. And he's going to be good field position. If you're a defensive fan of the Skippers, that thing's at the 16-yard line. We'll get a chance to see what the Bengals have to do here. And again, expect kind of a run-dominated game for the Bengals. Pretty big up front, pretty big quarterback, pretty big running back. Here we go, folks. First play from scrimmage. Handoff. Wow, sweep left and nothing doing. Jack Lewinsky, the junior, absolutely meets him in the gap and stops him. Jack Lewinsky, a junior, starting since he was a sophomore last year, coming from that left tackle spot on this one. Call their quarterback. He's in shotgun formation. He's got 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to the left. Single running back to his right. There's the handoff. Tries that left edge again and gets run out of bounds probably around the 25-yard line.
The ball for Blaine. Evan Schweitzer there to make the stop.
Swenson on the stop for Minnetonka. Bring up a 3rd and call it 2 from the 17. So call it the 22 rather than the 17. Big play here. Handoff, keeper, pass, got a man in the flats. Gonna have a first down and a little bit more. Stop on the play by number 13, Ashton Hoffman. So Hoffman makes the stop there, but not before the Bengals record their first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be marked at about the 33-yard line. We are at 11:04 and running, clock running now, after they've set the ball on first down. Little motion to the right here for the Bengals. Hands off. No, he's going to throw the fade, and he's got a man wide open. And it's going to be a foot race. Referee ends up being a good screen. But 28, Cosmo Guion, really a touchdown-saving tackle there. We talked about this, and maybe I didn't mention it, but they like to run and throw the ball deep. They like to run a little fade route, and that was basically just a seam right down the right hash mark, and it's a 1st and goal for the Bengals here. Content to run it off the right side, and another nice big stop on the play.
Richmond and Nurse combine to make the stop.
Will Richmond coming in from his linebacker spot to stop him. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ball's on the 5. So Richmond makes a great tackle. 10:18 left in the first quarter. Read option. Quarterback's going to keep and loss of a couple of yards. Calling on his own Carroll. Joe Vigor, I think, on the stop, along with somebody else.
3-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Well, it's a big down here. It's 3rd and goal. Loss of yardage on that play brings up a 3rd and 8. Likely a passing situation for the Bengals. They're checking it off at the sideline. Now they spread out just a little bit. 2 receivers set to the left. Throws it, boom, incomplete. We'll get a chance to see whether they believe in their kicker and content to come out of this way. And it looks like they do make a massive personnel change. So going to be 4th down. And it looks like they're kicking team, and they got a guy, number 37, out there to do the kicking duties.
Number 37, Ryan Schwager checking in to try.
Schwager checks in. He's got the ball on the right hash. 25-yard field goal attempt here. High snap. This one's up, and it is good. Little delay call from the referee. So after the big pass right down the center, the Bengals answer first, and in a way you could sort of say, you know what? The defense held 3. So right now at the 9:34 mark, Minnetonka 0, Blaine 3. Don't go anywhere. We got a kickoff coming up here. We got a couple of minutes. We'll share a couple of businesses that make the broadcast and the program important, and basically give their time and their money to kind of help support the football program. I'm talking about OSR therapy. OSR's goal is that all patients reach their optimal recovery by applying exceptional customer service and clinical skills. Your rehabilitation experience will always be positive. OSI wants you to think of them as a primary provider for your current and future health needs. State Farm Insurance. John Elderson, your local State Farm Insurance representative and proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Give them a call for home and auto rates today. The General Store. The General Store of Minnetonka, destination not to be missed, locally owned here in Minnetonka for a number of years. Back in '84 they came. They have gifts, home decor, clothing, so much more, and a homemade from scratch lunch. So here we go. Kickoff return should be Swenson, number 18, and number 5, Cade Kazemius. This one's going to be Swenson from about the 4, left side, got a little room, breaks a tackle, outside the 35. So number 18, Evan Swenson on the nice return, gets it out to about the 37-yard line.
First and 10, Minnetonka.
Really important to start not deep in your own end if you can. And Minnetonka shows special teams resiliency there with making a nice seam for Swenson as he goes.
First and 10 for the 38-yard line.
Well, Will Martin, of course, the center, or the quarterback, hands off to the left side. McCullough.
Jacob McCullough, the ball carrier for Minnetonka.
31, Jacob McCullough does a nice job there, just the junior, and it's a first down. So first play from scrimmage, first down.
First and 10 for the 49-yard line.
So now Minnetonka inside of the Bengals territory at about the 49-yard line. We're at the 9:15 mark. Minnetonka down 3-0. Will Martin, Jacob McCullough in the backfield. 3 receivers set, 1 slot, handoff to McCullough right again. This time, not as good a gain. Tackle on the play by 47. Jack Johnson for the Bengals. Gain of about 2. Bring up a second down and a I'll call it a long 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go to the 47-yard line.
Minnetonka on the Blaine 47-yard line. Well, it's a hot night for August 10th. 2nd and 8. Will Martin, shotgun formation. Jacob McCullough next to him. 3 receiver set, 2 to the left. He's going to throw. Martin throws it, caught right over the middle. Complete by number 8, Casey Miller.
Complete to number 8, Casey Miller. Jeff Johnson on the tackle.
Johnson on the stop for the Bengals, but that does move the sticks.
First down.
Really, in the game of high school football,
1st and 10 for the
momentum,
37-yard
tempo, really
line.
important here for both teams. And Minnetonka has to get some points off this first series, really to kind of answer. So Miller and Genro in the slot to the left, Miller widest to the left, 3 receiver set to the left, calls his own number. Will Martin picking and choosing there,
Will
kind of
Martin
a
keeps on the play for Minnetonka.
little option read, keeps it, goes forward to the right side behind that offensive right side, and it'll bring up a 2nd and call it 5. Ball is going to be set at about the 32-yard line. So big play here, 2nd and 5 from the Bengal 32-yard line. Tyler Leon, split wide left. General comes back to the right side. Handoff. Jacob McCullough got a lot of room. McCullough just gets tripped up past the 15. So it'll be another first down.
Isaac Boyd with a stop. And that's another Minnetonka first down.
Here's what you can say so far.
For the 14-yard line.
Minnetonka has a very young offensive line, and so far they're doing a nice job on a older, maybe a bigger D-line here from the Bengals. Our skill positions are 5, 6, 7, and 8, and they're all lined up almost like that. Andrew McCullough, not Andrew, but that one's going to go for no gain. Jacob again on the carry, goes off the right side, going to end up being a no gain, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball is sitting on the 13-yard line, so Minnetonka has got a chance to get a first down here.
1-yard gain on the play brings him 2nd down, 9 yards to go for the 13-yard line.
Here we go. 2nd down and 9. 3 receiver trips to the left, 2 to the right. Screen, well played. I give Joey General credit just to make it a non-loss play. So Joey General picks up 1 yard. That one was sniffed out by the Bengals pretty well, and they don't get fooled by that one.
3rd down, 8 yards to go from the 12-yard line.
Well, here's the first. This is the first test here for both squads. First quarter, Blaine up 3-0. Minnetonka 2 receivers set to the left. Will Martin there, the quarterback, number 4. Need 8 yards. Hands off to McCullough around the right side. McCullough's broke a tackle. Very close to that first down. We'll see where they mark that one.
McCullough, the ball carrier for Minnetonka. Huber combines with Sutter to make the stop.
Well, it's going to be 1st and goal, so it looks like he got to the required distance. So Minnetonka here desperately needs to put 6 points on the board. We're at the 5-10 mark. They're at the right hash. 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line. Be surprised if McCullough doesn't get the Jacob McCullough doesn't get the nod here. Turns out he does, right on the inside, and he's going to be inside the end zone. That's going to be a Minnetonka touchdown. So Minnetonka opens up the scoring here on a nice sustained drive. Really started by a great return by Swenson. And McCullough takes it in really right up the gut. So Minnetonka 6 before the PAT here. Tyler Lee in the holder. Zabilla, of course, the kicker. Good snap. Looks like a good hold. Kick looks perfect to me. In fact, the referees agree. So, at the 4:51 mark, 7-3, Minnetonka jumps back out. And I think the thing you have to keep in mind is the fragility of high school football from a momentum and a psychology perspective. Minnetonka has to answer that 3-point, really a good defensive hold to hold them to just a 3. And they do that, and then they come back immediately and answer right away. So, looks like we're cooking all cylinders, and we got ourselves a ball game. Minnetonka up 7-3 here in the early goings. We're at the 4:51 mark of the first quarter, and up by 4 points so far.
Tyler Cherry, Isaac Boy, back to receive the kick. Here we go.
So Zabilla to kick.
Kickoff.
Well, last week, Keegan Zabilla, he's a sophomore, so feel good about that. Got a little future here. He kicked 2 touchbacks, kicked it right out of the end zone, and not by a little. This one's going to be fielded at about the 1-yard line again. A couple of misses. He gets by a couple guys running laterally. He's got some room. And a nice tackle by 28, which is Cosmo Guion there. Really made a nice play. He got through the first level of defenders, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bengals at about the 22. Owen Gunderson, if you're listening, just wanted to say hi. Saw your dad tonight. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. Call. Hands off right up the middle and nothing doing. That defensive line thus far has done a nice job. I think the first guy there was Nurse in my mind. Julius Nurse on a really nice.
Bully there to combine him at the stop of the Skippers. They'll bring up a 2nd down after a loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
Bring up a 2nd down, loss of 1 on the play. Blaine likes to throw. Minnetonka this year has done a tremendous job of gang tackling. Nice stop there by a number, but Prentice Wheatley is probably gets credited the most for that tackle, but certainly there was other skippers there to help him. Not after until he gains about 4.5, 5. So bring up a 3rd and call it a long 6 or a short 7. Scoreboard says 8. AJ calling out the signals. He's going to throw this one. He's looking fairly deep. Got a man. Caught. Tell you what, well thrown ball and a well caught ball.
AJ calls pass is complete to number 31.
Swenson on the coverage. Very tight coverage there. Hoffman on the stop, rather.
Blaine, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
Blaine able to kind of complete 2 nice passes at this stage of the game. Run, pass. Here's the run again, right up the middle. And I got to get a number, but it was I got his feet, and I'm not going to let go. And 26 for Minnetonka, Brett Worley. Worley on the stop.
1-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 9 from the 44-yard line.
2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line. Missed there a little bit. Crowd calling for holding.
Screen pass is
little screen pass.
Preston Myers.
Preston Myers
makes the tackle for the Skippers.
running back comes out of the flats to the right side, and gain of about 3.5, 4. So it'll bring up a third and call it 6. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast, which is a simulcast for YouTube and from NHSF. Here we go, big third down play in the early going. Less than 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Call gonna roll right. Big immediate pressure, and he's sacked. He wasn't gonna get by Aiden Bowen and makes a stop. That'll be a nice sack. It'll bring up a punting situation. Bring up 4th and 11.
4th down, 11 yards to go. Blaine number 79 in punt formation. Timeout in the field. Timeout. Minnetonka.
Minnetonka decides to take a timeout, and we'll be back with this punt.
Going. Guys, smartest guy in the room. Find a seat or just walk around.
Jacob. Zach Schusted in punt formation now for Blaine.
Punt formation. Minnetonka takes a timeout. You kind of go, are they thinking this is a good time for a block? Or are they just thinking, let's make sure we cover this thing the right way? Back deep, number 18, Evan Swenson from Minnetonka. A little bit of a lazy snap, and this is a terrible punt. Short, fire, get away from the ball. It does take a Blaine bounce for them, happily, but it's going to be down at about the 30-yard line. So that one didn't go as planned for the Blaine punter, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Minnetonka. We're down at the 1 minute and 11 seconds mark in the first quarter. Minnetonka on top, 7-3. Minnetonka has the ball. They're going to bring this possession in from their own 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Another sponsor for you is Stabuck Realty. Lifelong residents, Minnetonka Skipper grads, Scott and Candy are here to support in buying or selling your next home. So, thank you. Here we go. 1st and 10. 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Minnetonka up by 4 points. Handoff left side. Big hole! McCullough got some territory. Going to get pushed out of bounds just shy of the Blaine 30-yard line. 20. Oh, jeepers. What a emotional defeat there. There's a flag on the play. A beautiful 10, 20, 30, 40-yard scamper off the left side by Jacob McCullough is going to get nullified, I think, on probably a holding call here for Minnetonka.
Holding, Minnetonka.
And that's, in fact, what it is. It's a hold.
10-yard penalty from the spot.
So the 10-yard penalty from the foul, from the spot of the foul. And, of course, it looks like it was a penalty right at the line of scrimmage here, maybe a yard or two down. We started the drive on the 30. Now we're on the 32-yard line. Actually, that's – so, no, it was 10 yards from that. So that was a downfield hold. And so I guess the best of the worst there. It was at least 10 yards down the line of scrimmage. So it'll be basically the same play plus 2 yards. It'll be 1st and 8.
Back there or sit down. 2 options.
1st and 8 on the spot foul. Ball's at the 32. We're at the 101 mark of the first quarter. General in motion. Handoff. McCullough again. Left side. This one's significantly less productive, if you will. I'm sorry, check that. Brett Worley.
Crescent combines with M. Slater to make the stop. That'll bring up second
Brett Worley,
down.
of course, one of the guys that goes a couple of ways. We got make sure you know who our captains are. Will Martin, number 4, Seth Beal, Will Richmond, Andrew McCullough. Here we go. Will Martin, the quarterback shotgun, going to throw the ball. First throw, a little screen out to number 26. Fighting and clawing. Little face mask there. They don't see that. Worley on the reception. Guy did get his face mask just as he was going down, but they don't see that, and that'll probably be the last play of the quarter. So it in fact is the last play of the quarter. So we'll come back here with the start of the second quarter. But right now, Minnetonka on top 7-3 against the Blaine Bengals. Start of the second quarter. We'll go right back to some of our sponsors. Tuttle's Barn Grill. Eat, bowl, play at Tuttle's, located on Shady Oak and Hopkins. Inspired Athletic. Love the process, do the work, refuse to quit. Physical therapy and personal training, Inspired Athletics. Proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Don't forget about Lake Minnetonka Orthodontics. Lake Minnetonka Orthodontics is a leading Twin Cities orthodontics practice with 3 offices conveniently located in Minnetonka, Wayzata, and Excelsior. Cambria. Cambria combines the finest materials with legendary American craftsmanship to create quartz surfaces that can handle almost anything for your home team can dish out. Cambria, proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. All right, here we go. Minnetonka going the other direction, call it a 3rd and 7. Ball's on about the 33-yard line. Desperately need a conversion to maintain control of the ball and see if they can't put some more points on the board. Will Martin, shotgun formation. Worley looks like he's back there. Martin's going to throw. He's got a man. What a catch. Not touched yet. Number 7, Joey Genro. Joey Genro, although listed as a wide receiver, a lot of times is playing a tight end or a slot H-back. And talked to the coaching staff a little bit. In fact, I talked to his position coach, Joe Lenahan, and they think that's a pretty significant mismatch, and it sure showed on that one. Hard to cover Joey Genro out of the backfield from the flats or a tight end spot. And that was no exception. So first down for Minnetonka. Inside Blaine territory, 11:30 left. Number 4, Will Martin, gonna hand off. Oh, drops the ball, catches his own ball. Should be a Minnetonka ball.
Fumble recovered by number 4, Will Martin. Flag on the field.
I don't see a flag, I see a beanbag, but maybe I'm wrong. If it stands the way it is, it'd be a loss of a couple of yards. Not sure. It might be a real faded flag. Yeah, it is a flag. So Tony D is right over there.
Holding.
It's going to be holding. That's a second holding call on Minnetonka. We call those drive killers. So they're going to go back 10 from there. They'll redo the down. It's a spot foul, so it'll be from the point of the infraction. It'll be first down all over again, but it'll be first down with 22 yards to go. Minnetonka back in their own end at their own 42-yard line. 11-12 in the first half remaining. Clock is ticking. Will Martin brings his offense upside. Cade Kazemia split wide to the left. Casey Miller inside him as a slot, off the line. Oh, another snafu here. Another flag. So all of a sudden, yeah, the first part of the game was absolutely penaltyless. Delay a game. Well, I have trouble figuring that one out given the, I think that I'm going to blame,
First and 27.
I'm going to blame the 25-second clock. If that, I don't quite understand how on that penalty, I guess I didn't see whether the game clock or the 25-second clock got reset, but it's certainly reset now. Kazemius comes out left. Casey Miller's out left. Will Martin in shotgun. Worley behind him, blocking. Throws over the middle to General. Nice catch. Gets half of it back. Joey General now a couple of passes on this series. Bring up a third and still going to be a pretty long. So we'll see what Minnetonka.
10-yard gain on the play.
10-yard gain, so I checked that. It's going to be second down with the penalty. So it'll be 2nd and 17. Minnetonka at their own 47-yard line. Martin brings them out. General is lined up to the right as a H-back. Handoff to Worley, gonna go wide to the right. Picks a little lane and gets a couple yards there. Taken down hard by the gentleman that I mentioned we had to watch, which was Caden Huber, number 50. All these teams, of course, probably have game film from each of their first contests. So bring up a 3rd and 15. We'll see what Minnetonka's got up their sleeve. Third and 15. Not a lot of plays in the playbook go 3rd and 15, but 2 receivers split wide left, two wide right. General in motion, takes off from, gonna take off from the. Joey General, touchdown. Touchdown, number 7, Joey General. Almost the same play as before. Joey General comes in and does a nice job there. Well, Joey General on the little slant there, does a nice job, and he scores. Tyler Lean set to hold for the PAT. Terrific catch. Jessica Zemius making sure I know, and I certainly caught that one. Here's the PAT. Minnetonka up 13-3 so far in the early goings of the second quarter. Good snap, kick is up, and it is good. So at the 8:51 mark, it's Minnetonka 14, Blaine 3. I'm joined in the booth by alumni Dan Lenahan. Played high school football here in Minnetonka, my son. Also the brother of the tight end coach, Joe Lenahan. So it's kind of a Lenahan family affair today. And Minnetonka's got a nice little 14-3 lead with 8:51 left in the second quarter, and a lot of football left. I'm looking at an alumni, Brian Carlton, one of the better players here. Brian, how are you? Great to see you.
Hey, Dan. You got a ticket? You got into the tax line? There's somebody
James Miller checks in to kick off for Minnetonka. Tyler Terry, Isaac Boy, back to receive the kick for the Eagles.
You know, I can take a window out. It's just a half a minute back in.
Let me hear your fans on your feet. It's time for the kickoff.
Well, Keegan Sabilla set to do the kickoff here for Minnetonka. I'm trying to think of other kickers that started as sophomores, but I can maybe think of Sam Buckman, who was another really great kicker for Minnetonka for a number of years. This one's a little bit of gonna be a returnable kick at about the 9. So that was a little straight up and down, and what a nice tackle on special teams. Making no doubt about that one. That one is a really nice stop by Andrew McCullough, number 41. McCullough makes his own stop there, and one of the captains, younger brother in the halfback spot, along with Worley there. And it'll be up to the defense to see if they can't shut down the Bengals here on their third offensive possession at about the 8:47 mark of the second quarter. Blaine showing pass on this one with 5 receivers set. Minnetonka may be offside. That's a dead ball. It's going to be encroachment.
Flag on the field.
The D end, I think, from Minnetonka gets a little bit, high school football does not allow you to get back. So if you break that plane, that's a dead ball foul. You lose 5 yards, and it is. So, no, Joey McBain's checking in for Minnetonka.
First and 5 from the 26.
Aiden Bowen checks out. From a very sunny night, it has turned a little bit cloudy, a little bit hazy, and rather humid. But unlike that first contest where it was raining, it's still a beautiful night for high school football. High snap, handoff, left side, got some room. First down.
Preston Myers.
Meyer on the carry.
Jacob McCullough makes the tackle.
Jacob
First
McCullough.
down, Blaine, first and 10 from the 39-yard line.
So Blaine has picked up a number of first downs, but the defense has been able to kind of pinch him down when they needed to. First and 10. Blaine inside their own territory at about the 40. Call gonna flop it out here to the right side, right side, and a really nice stop there
Preston Myers, the ball carrier.
by number 10, Andrew Dill.
Dylan
Worley combined on the stop, and a gain of only 2.
2-yard gain on the play brings up second down, 8 yards to go for the Bengals. Second and 8 for the
Seth
40-yard
Beal
line.
checks in. 53 for Minnetonka checks out. Cade McDaniel. Blaine checks, looks at the sideline, gets a different signal from a coach. Are they audibilizing, or are they just trying to throw the defense off? Nobody knows. Calling the signals hand. Oh, he dropped the ball!
On the play, number 11,
Well,
AJ
both
McCollum.
teams now have a little bit of the dropsies there. They've each dropped and that really wasn't a dropped exchange. That was just a drop. Loss of about 5 yards on the play. Third down. Tony D calling it out. You can't help but hear him in the background. He's a tremendous public announcer. Third down, call it about 16. Ball's on the 33-yard line. 6:56. He's going to throw. He's getting scrambled out of there. He's going to throw it. Got him in. Oh, right through his hands. Evan Swenson on the coverage there. That would have been a tremendous high school football catch if he'd have come down with that one, but it'll bring up a fourth down and fairly deep in their own end at their own 33-yard line. Be unlikely to see anything tricky here. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast on NHSF and YouTube as we bring to you the second home game. Minnetonka opens 2 home, and then the Blaine Bengals and that's a bit of a tough snap, and there's almost a block. Going to be a short punt. Got to look for it. Almost got his guy blocked into him. But at the end of the day, Evan Swenson calls for the fair catch, and Minnetonka will start with decent field position. Call it their 34-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Minnetonka from their own 34. Let's go through that offensive line again. They've done a nice job so far. What are they? I don't really, what was the call? Well, there was some kind of penalty on the punt return. Not sure what that would have been. Could have been a block in the back. Nonetheless, that good field position I talked about, not so good now. 6:43 left.
The coaches are right there.
He's calling him Dylan Worley.
Handoff off the left side.
Coaches are behind.
Gain of a couple.
Is my point.
I was up there for 10 seconds. It's all good.
4 or 5.
Jacob McCullough, the ball carrier.
Jacob McCullough on the carry. A Bengal down on the play here.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field with the injury. Yep. We can't get a number here. Hope that's nothing but a cramp from the heat, worst case. Well, we got a minute here with the injury timeout here while the Blaine players being attended to. So let's talk a little bit about second-year head coach here in Minnetonka, Mark Esch. Mark Esch is, of course, his third year. He was the running backs coach 3 years ago, and now his second year as head coach. Starting coaching career at UW La Crosse, and then coached for a year at White Bear Lake High School. Then he pursued college coaching at the University of South Dakota, where he spent one season before he got back into teaching and coaching at Austin High School. Then clearly his claim to fame was he was the head coach of Mankato West from 2006 to 2016. Has led his team to 9 state appearances in 11 seasons. Pretty phenomenal kind of production there. And in those 9 state appearances comes away with two state champions. So Mark Esch here, second full year of coaching. And every game that Minnetonka will play is a difficult game. They opened against Edina with a 20-7 win. They've got Blaine. Maple Grove is next. And here come the skippers, second and call it 7. General gets in there on the slot, tight end right. Handoff right side. McCullough, a little bit of a horse collar. They don't see it the way I do it, but going to bring up a third and call it about 4. Jacob McCullough on the carry on right side.
Makes the tackle for Blaine.
Let's talk about this offensive line that's done a nice job so far. Sophomore offensive tackle Luke Speedling.
Brings a third down, 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line.
And then there's Wilson. Dylan Sinkin is an offensive guard along with Cal Worley, a junior and a senior respectively. Then the junior center, Jack Lewinsky, number 75, playing on both sides of the ball. So we got 5 split wide left and number 84. Looks like maybe a passing situation. Flag way in the air and a loss of about a yard. Jacob McCullough on the carry to the right side. Well, the penalties have certainly gone the way of Minnetonka the last few plays. Can't see a preliminary indication. The flag was in the spot where you typically associate holding. We're looking at the white hat for some kind of preliminary indication. It's illegal procedure against Minnetonka. And it looks like that one's going to be declined. So a little bit of a roll of the dice by the Bengals, and it'll be 4th down. They don't want to give us the extra down, so they go, you know what, we'll take 4th and 6. We think deep in your own end you're going to punt. Keegan Sabilla in punt formation.
Joe Beckman back to receive the punt for the Bengals.
I think it's Beckley back deep for the Bengals. He's got his toes on about his own 30-yard line. Pretty good snap. Zabilla is a beautiful spiral. Fair catch called for. Makes a sliding stop at about the 40-yard line. So the Bengals will have pretty good field position for the start of their offensive possession here with 4:57 left in the second quarter. Minnetonka on top, 14-3. We'll get to a couple of our sponsors here while they get going. Chick-fil-A, Chanhassen Chick-fil-A, proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Satisfy your hunger with a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Here we go. Calling out the signals for the Bengals. He's going to throw. He's got him in it, blocked. Almost intercepted. Number 26 for Minnetonka is Brett Worley. He had a chance at that one after the deflection. I couldn't catch who deflected it. But nice deflection from the left side. I would guess, this is just a guess based on position, that Andrew McCullough got a big paw up on that one and deflected that one. On the batted down incompletion. Call, hands off. Nope, gonna scramble, gonna run, little screen out there to the right side. Pretty good coverage for Minnetonka. Number 9, Seth Beal, one of the captains, making the stop there. Gain of about 5. It's gonna bring up a 3rd down and call it 2.5.
Beal combined with the tackle
Beal on the nice stop there. A little read option run. Could have run it, could have passed. Bengals has got bunch trips out here to the left. Screen pass. Got some room. Got some more room. Finally knocked out of bounds by Minnetonka. Andrew McCullough on the stop. Myers on the carry for the Bengals.
Andrew McCullough there to make the tackle for the Skippers. Flag on the field.
Flag on the field. Let's hope it's on them. Number 72, Dakota Eggert, checking in. 6'5", 240-pound D lineman. Checks out for Minnetonka, number 49, Joey McBain. And this one's going to be on the Bengals. So after 3 straight in a row against Minnetonka, finally one goes the way of the opposition. Oh boy. That's a fire alarm for inside the building, but apparently it was turned off right away. We'd hate to empty the stands and delay the game. We got momentum going.
Someone clicked the wrong button.
Huh?
Someone clicked the wrong button.
Right. Third and call it 9. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. Minnetonka on top, 14-3. Call. He's going to throw the ball. Looks like another little out pattern. He's got a man. First down. Stop on the play by Minnetonka's number 36. Wheatley, call it 35 rather. Seth Beal comes out, and 53 checks back in, which is Caden McDaniel. They're going to measure this one, so we got a Mark Esch out pretty far on the field. Really not a timeout, but the football managers are coming out to give a little bit of a drink to some of the defensive players, see if in fact the referees seem to tolerate that, which is nice given that there's a timeout for a measurement. Boy, the whole, okay, so Minnetonka, there must be a timeout on the field that we just didn't see. Minnetonka took one earlier. They show 2 left, and Blaine hasn't used one of theirs. You know what? I think this is just a high school water break. The referee said, hey, it's pretty hot out today. Game time starting temperature was 78 degrees today, and I got to tell you,
first down, 10 yards to go.
I don't think it's gotten cooler.
First and 10 from the 41.
D end, Joey McBain, Andrew McCullough. D tackles, Nurse and Andy Dill. Done a nice job so far. Linebackers, Will Richmond, Brett Worley, Seth Beal. Safeties, Prentice Wheatley, Ashton Hoffman. Corners, Swenson and Cosmo Guerrian. First and 10, inside Minnetonka territory, call it the 42-yard line. Quarterback call, he's gonna throw this one. They like to throw a little out patterns. This one's overthrown. That was intended for number 9, Tyler Terry.
94, Donovan Torgerson falls incomplete. Second down.
Falls incomplete. Gonna bring up a second down. It'll stop the clock. We'll be at the 3:54 mark of the second half. In a perfect world, Minnetonka is able to stop Blaine on this drive, not let him get any points on the board, but that's yet to be determined. Scrolls left, steps out of bounds after a gain of about 3.
AJ called the ball carrier.
So we got our producer today, Joe Escatera, doing both camera and production. If this was a union shop, it'd be double pay for Joey.
On the play.
So they actually say he stepped out earlier, so no gain. Third and about 10 and a half. AJ Call, the quarterback for the Bengals. Couple of claps, there it is. He's throwing right over the middle. Completion, first down. Picks a different target on this one. Picks number 15, Cole Schmidt.
Pass is complete to number 15, Cole Schmidt. First and 10, Blaine.
So the Bengals move the chains. 3:44 left in the half. They're inside Minnetonka territory. They're going to be at the 27-yard line, so just about to the red zone. Be a critical spot for a stop.
To the 27-yard line.
Two receivers set out wide to the right for Blaine, one to the left. AJ call. He's going to throw this one. They like the fade. This one's overthrown.
Calls pass intended for number 15, Cole Schmidt.
Went right back to Schmidt on the throw, but not on the money there. Their quarterback, AJ Call, been pretty accurate on his throws. Probably completed about 3 of 5 passes thus far in the game. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Clock will stop on the incompletion. Minnetonka defense makes some changes there in their defensive alignment. 5-man front. Handoff right up the middle. First guy there makes a nice shoestring tackle.
Steve Myers, the ball carrier. Brett
Worley, number 26, the senior, makes a nice stop to set up a 3rd and call at almost 8. Checking out for Minnetonka is Andrew Dill. Really goes by Andy. Big play for both squads here. Blaine wants points, Minnetonka wants to stop him. He's looking to the right, he's going to throw that incomplete. Pretty good coverage on the play. Ball intended for number 31, Preston Myers. Hoffman on the coverage. Now, Blaine, you know, in high school football, if you're at your opponent's 27-yard line, you got 6 or 7 yards to go. It's not a punting situation. 4th and 7. Big play for both sides of the ball here. 2 receivers set, timeout. Esch says, nope, don't like it. And they came out in a bunch, twins with 1 receiver outside that, and decided that the coverage they had didn't look good. So with a timeout at the 2:33 mark of the 2nd quarter, Minnetonka's used both their timeouts. They have 1 remaining. Blaine's got a 4th and 7 on the Minnetonka 24-yard line. Pretty exciting game so far. Don't go anywhere. One of our other proud sponsors, Kowalski's Market, sponsors Minnetonka football. At Kowalski's Market, you'll find delicious and healthy foods, friendly culinary experts, all in an inviting shopping atmosphere. Minnesota Inboard. Minnesota Inboard is the corporate sponsor of Minnetonka football. They have been making dreams come true since 1992. Boat sales, pro shop, service, storage, and fiberglass repair. All right, here we go. Big play. 4th and call at 7.5.
Down. 4th and 7 from the 24-yard line.
They show trips to the right with 1 receiver to the left. They've thrown to the weak side a lot on this same play. See if they run a fade route to the left side. What do you know? Over the middle. Intercepted! Evan Swenson on the pick. That's what we call a drive killer, folks. Boy, I'll tell you what, he just fought for that ball and decided that was his. Evan Swenson comes up with a very timely interception. Minnetonka will take over after the interception. Deep in their own end on the 6. NHSF. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 6. Martin hands off. Pretty nice little hole there. And a gain of about 7 or 8 yards for Jacob McCullough.
Jacob McCullough. And Slander there to make the tackle for Blaine.
Slant on the stop for the Bengals. We bring up a second down and call it 4. We're just about at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, or the first half rather. Minnetonka on top, 14-3 against the Blaine Bengals. Shuttle to Joey General. Joey General gets it out rather quietly. Little shuttle pass there off of the right side.
There to make the stop.
Should be a first down for Minnetonka.
And that's another Minnetonka first down. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line.
1:35 left in the first half. Minnetonka gets a first down. They have 1 timeout remaining. I'm sure they'd have to get into their opponent's territory. Casey Miller in the slot. Split wide to the left. Will Martin bobbles the ball, picks it up, decides to make a broken play. Will Martin, I think, got back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 3. You don't see that very often.
Tony, how you doing? Good, how are you? Good.
4-yard gain on the play brings up second down, 6 yards to go.
2nd and 6, call it. 1:09 left in the first half. Kind of lost the handle there for a little bit, but on his legs ended up getting 5 out of that. So Martin, quick thinking, and decided not to lay down, and here we go. General now motions to the right slot, to left slot, now back to the right. Martin hands off. McCullough, right side, got some room, gets to the edge, gets out of bounds, I think. Very little gain, but a little bit of a gain. So McCullough does get out of bounds. 45 seconds left in the first half. Well, if you're coming up to the end of the first half, you'll get to see the dance team and the band maybe on the halftime show. We have a boom mic in here, so you should be able to hear some of that.
3rd and 6 for the 26-yard line.
Joey, everything good?
Yeah.
All right. Will Martin, 45 seconds left in the first half. Low snap, hands off to McCullough. Right side, McCullough just, okay, so
Jacob McCullough, the ball carrier.
So Blaine says, hey, we're going to take a timeout. 39 seconds left in the first half. And they're anticipating on 4th down to get the ball back, see if they can get something going. So Blaine takes his first timeout on the field.
Blaine, their first charge timeout of the first half.
Well, first-year head coach from the Bengals, Mike Law. Never easy to be a 6A head coach. And Zabilla's going to punt the ball. See what type of kick they got on. See what kind of coverage Minnetonka's going to put on this ball. And depending on the length of the punt, their deep man, that's Joe Beckman deep for the Bengals, but can't quite catch a number. Good snap. Zabilla's kick is shorter, very high, a lot of hang time. Decides to take a neutral bounce to the side, and the Bengals will have good field position here with 27.7 seconds left. The Bengals historically have thrown a fade ball on these kinds of situations where they're not afraid to go deep. So we'll see if they don't in fact run a fade. A.J. Call, senior quarterback for the Bengals, number 11. Has had all the snaps so far. Typically been joined in the backfield by Preston Myers. And that looks no different now. Let's see. 2 timeouts left. There's the run off the right side. Host of skippers, gain of about 4.
Mr. Meyer, the ball carrier.
Another timeout taken by Blaine. So they use their second of 3. And
Blaine calls the timeout, their second charge timeout of the first half.
they've got 1 timeout left. 20.8 seconds left. Minnetonka on top 14-3. They're they're a yard shy of midfield, the Bengals are. Well, I'll tell you what, I certainly miss Peter Amstutz. He's my color man, has been for a number of years, and he's on some family business in Indiana, the Hoosier state, and hope he's watching and listening at least, and we're looking forward to his return. So here we go. Second down, 4 yards to go. Call. He's going to air it out. That was just clearly overthrown. The closest player was the skipper.
Intended for number 81, Jordan Reynolds falls in.
Jordan Reynolds, the intended receiver. Coverage by number 28 from Minnetonka, Cosmo Guion. Third down. 15 seconds left before the first half expires.
Third and 4 for the 49-yard line.
I guess I never should have said fade because they haven't thrown a fade on these first 2 plays. So Minnetonka's offside. So that's a dead ball foul in high school. So that'll be a first down. The infraction.
Offsides, Minnetonka, 5-yard penalty.
Andy Dill checks back in.
First down, 1st and 10 for Blaine.
I'd like to see Andy Dill get a sack here. Andy Dill played a lot last year at inside backer. Selfless player, moves to D-line. Got legs and thighs the size of tree trunks. I would not want to block him. Been in the weight room too long for me. A.J. McCall, shotgun formation, 2 receivers each side. Little out pattern. Got a man. Gets out of bounds. And despite the coaching staff's insistence that he was inbounds, he gets out of bounds. Prentice Weekly on the stop. 9 seconds left. A score at this point would be psychologically difficult. Probably time. They have 1 timeout left, but the bigger problem, of course, is 9 seconds left. A.J. McCall, 3 receivers set to the left. Don't make a liar out of me. Throw at least 1 fade here. He's got a little room. He throws it, incomplete. Well, 1.9 seconds left in the half. Blaine finding a way to kind of elongate this first half. Makes some pretty significant personnel changes here. Which is, they're going to try a field goal. So there's the personnel change issue. No, they made one earlier in the first quarter. This one, unfortunately for them. So Blaine decides to take that last timeout.
Their final charge timeout of the first half.
Well, let's do some math. The ball's sitting at the 32 and 7. So 10-yard depth of the touchdown, 42 and 7. That's a 49-yard high school football. That'd be you make that one, you've earned every bit of that. College doesn't even. We've seen pro teams miss 49-yard field goals, right, Dan? Well, it's not a bad time for a fake.
second and 10 from the 32-yard line.
It's a second down, one play left. The kick is up, and it looks pretty good. It's a touchback. So that one's going to fall short, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So, at the end of the first half, it's Minnetonka 14, Blaine 3. We got a game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half in about 10 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Minnetonka Varsity Performance Dance Team! Coached by Kelsey Mercrozy and Jessica Cole. The team is led by this year's captains, Layla Julian, Kate House, Katie Lesmeister, and Hallie Rawlings. The Minnetonka Varsity Performance Dance Team. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy the 2021 Minnetonka High School Marching Band Show entitled Blue. Minnetonka's 2021 production Blue features music with the word blue in their titles and musically evokes different shades of the color blue. Tonight, they will perform Blue by Eiffel 25 and Blue Shades by Frank Ticelli. In each home football game, ladies and gentlemen, one marching band student will be recognized for his or her excellence in our organization. That one select student will wear the glorious white plume. Tonight's recipient of the glorious white plume is Tyler Wazalewski. Please look for the glorious white plume as Tyler marches with the Minnetonka marching band.
I saw her a little bit. I was putting on her stuff to pick out words. We have flies in bed. I would have went down there and we gave her a little hug.
Yes, no doubt.
I want to sit down with me. It's Tonka. Wait, oh. Where is she? Daddy, where was she? There? Oh. I was looking up there.
Yep.
Careful, man.
Drum major Madison Andrews, is your band ready? You may now take the field for your performance.
Just remind me, this one goes out outside first.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, he did, didn't you?
Well, because I didn't think it was coming in quite
Yeah,
that heavy.
it was heavy.
And I was down low.
I might sit down here.
Sit down. What do I do with my water, dude, right here? It's valuable.
You need that, huh?
I do.
Are you alright?
You had a little
Yeah.
general snooze into that deal.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
For sure. I'm actually a little tired out, man. I parked
Dude.
right in front of Benny's house.
You walk around the back.
Yeah, just
It's a bit of a walk.
he has a cut through right behind his backyard, right into the
Parking lot. And then you go through the school.
just right around the Pagel.
Did you go through the school though?
No, I mean I came back from over here. So it kind of like leads you out like, I don't know if you can think of where Ben's house is, like, you know.
Right.
I drove actually first in the parking lot, you know.
Did you go by the house?
No, I just parked outside. But
It's
like
better.
I like drove past here and I was like, dude, there's no way I'm finding parking in here.
Well, on the east lot, because of the construction, then you cut through the school. Of course,
Yeah,
here.
I got a good spot right in front of Ben's house. I just
Right.
walked in his backyard and there's a little foot and then a gate right out.
See, I'm here. Wonder where she is.
I'll just go like this, zoom in or something.
I don't think I need to.
Oh, so that's what she wanted to do.
Go by herself.
Yep. Did you know she was going to?
Yeah, she took my princess pass.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you like this drawing? Do you need it?
Not
just
now.
had an answer coming to attack us. Seriously, the second time. It's like, what do you mean? Like, verbally, you thought saying about something. He wasn't really mad about us, but he was mad about something. And we had to kind of deal with it. But they shut the doors open. They need to keep us thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Is it bugging you?
Not at all.
Okay.
You know, as soon as we get going, I'll shut the thing.
Are you out of there? I'm over there.
I took the second window off. I had one pane out, you know.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
now
like
with
to take
this one,
one.
right? Well, you don't got one, do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah, he's right. He probably should shut it.
Yeah, it's a booth, you know. You gotta be restricted, Dustin. What do you say? What does that mean? Throw the ball more? Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
could it be your kid? Your kid hasn't. Has he caught a pass?
Haven't thrown, I think we've thrown like 5 or 6.
Right.
I think what happens is we get really into the run. When the run's successful, like let's just keep running. But like,
Well, you know, I would guess they'll throw it a little bit more in the second half, just because it's worked pretty good.
and that's where they're actually pretty weak. Their line, I think, is pretty good. Their skill.
Their line or-
Blaine's secondary was further weaker,
Oh yeah.
and their starting corner how took their best cover corner, moved him to safety, and brought in. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I bet we'd throw. I'd be surprised if we didn't. But you know, we're not terribly
we're not
unhappy.
coaches. Yeah.
Well, no, we're not coaches anymore. Well, wait a minute.
We're trying to be.
We in our heads we are.
Yeah. Well, I might take off after the third or something.
That's okay. Tired.
Are you?
Yeah. Busy day.
Are you going home after this?
I don't know. We'll see. Did you shit the bed on one of those? What? Did you shit the bed on one of those? Well, I don't know. That delay game, I figured it had to be your fault. Really?
The marching band would like to thank the Minnetonka Schools Administration, the buildings and ground staff, the MHS Band Boosters, the MHS Booster Club, and the
that why you
Activities
have the
Office
door open?
for supporting the marching band at MHS.
It's just hot in my period, right?
Maybe you might get better, like,
As the evening goes on.
well, better, like, I don't know, if you have this closed, then maybe you'll get this in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fine.
You know what's messed up is there's only 73 out there.
73.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's not that terrible.
Feels hotter in here. It is hotter in here. Right?
Yeah.
Jack, I'd take that off.
I'm all right, man. Donuts. Hey, you look kind of tired.
Got up fairly early.
And you're not even supposed to be on track for the ball. Okay. We really enjoy using this for the next 2 years. So we can either not talk at all, or we can do this every fucking game this year's going. I'll do it every game. Do it. Do it. This one here.
Well, folks, welcome back. We're just about 2 minutes before the start of the second half here, maybe a little bit less than that. Give you a little bit of a update around the state, at least around the metro. End of the first half, St. Michael down 9-0 over Centennial. Wayzata on top of Champlain Park, 17-0 at the end of the first half. Parker Cottage Grove over Egan, 35-14 at the first half. Buffalo on top of Coon Rapids, 21-14. So even in his absence, Peter was able to provide us some nice halftime stats. A couple of more scores coming to you here. Osseo 41, Moundsview 0. That's a final. That's yesterday's games. A couple more games from yesterday. White Bear Lake 27, Roseville 0. Today here we have Moorhead over Brainerd 21-12. A couple minutes left in the first half. And then Stillwater Area High School 10-7 over Eastridge here with probably by the time this gets to you, it'll be halftime. So Maple Grove 27. This is probably a halftime score now. 27 over Totino Grace, 27-10. Shakopee up 14-7 over Prior Lake. Rosemont over Edina, 17-7 at the end of the first half. Burnsville and Hopkins right now playing to a 0-0 draw with a little bit more time left in the first half. Well, if we were to kind of summarize the picture we'd paint here for the first half, it's really been, you know, when announcers say the word all Minnetonka, that sometimes is a bit of an exaggeration, and this is probably no exception to that rule. It's not all Minnetonka, but they've had a control of the game safely from really the beginning and the outset. Although they were down 3-0, Blaine gets a field goal right away, and but now at halftime it's 14-3, and Minnetonka's going to get the ball back. Swenson and Kazemius, and here's the kick. It's a high kick. That one should go out of bounds, but he fields it at about the 10. Swenson weaves his way past to the 25. So Evan Swenson there on a pretty nice return. Good blocking on special teams for Minnetonka. And Minnetonka will start out with the ball. First and 10 Minnetonka. Minnetonka going to start this drive from, let's say, the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, 11:55 left in the second half. In the third quarter, Joey General, or rather Casey Miller, split wide to the left. Will Martin, shotgun. Cannot pick up if it's McCullough or Worley in the backfield with him yet. Low snap, fake handoff, going to throw. Now he's going to run. And he gets a really kind of a broken play with the timing is thrown off on a low snap there, and he recovers and ends up getting about 5 yards. So it'll be second and call it 5. Ball's now on the 32-yard line. Our PA guy calls it 2nd and 4. I got a 2nd and 4.5. McCullough in the backfield. Will Martin sends Kazemius in motion to the left to a slot. Throws it to Kazemius right away. I think Cade probably should have broke that to the outside, but I know the play was designed to go inside on a seam there and hope that there was good blocking, but going to bring up a 3rd down and call it 3 yards to go. The ball's on the 33. Will Martin says hurry up because the play clock's at 22. They did get caught with a delay of game in the first half, so he's kind of in a hurry to get this play off. Kazemius is split wide to the right. Tyler Leon split wide to the left. Will Martin going to throw the ball. Got a man right over the middle. Completion, 1st down and more. Number 6, Tyler Leon. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Check that. Casey Miller. Casey Miller. The 6 and the 8 look a lot alike. Nonetheless, it is a 1st down for Minnetonka as they move the chains. So 1st and 10, Minnetonka right at midfield here. Casey Miller split wide to the right. Genro and Kazemius all to the right side. Tyler Leon to the left, right up the gut. Martin calls his own number. Keeper, looks like a pass play, gain of 8 for number 4. Will Martin. Richmond, McCullough, Leon, Beal, McCullough are the captains. 2nd down, 8, inside Blaine territory. Call it the 42-yard line. Full stands here at Minnetonka Einar Anderson Stadium. Tyler Leon split wide to the right. Kazemius wide to the right in a slot spot. Looking left, Martin. Well, you'd have to call that either a coverage sack or I waited too long, but Will Martin sacked for a loss of about 4. Stands in there, takes the hit like a man, and going to bring up now about a 3rd and 8. Clock at 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Minnetonka up 14-3. This game's certainly still in doubt yet. Anything can happen in high school football. So maybe a fan favorite from Blaine. They're chanting something I can't understand. Here we go, Martin, shotgun. McCullough next to him. Fake handoff, a big blitz, and he gets sacked again. Number 24 for Blaine, knifes through there. Jordan Grethis. Well, I think that was a designed blitz there for the Bengals. Zabilla's Joe Beckman deep for the Bengals. He's got his feet on about the 25-yard line. Good snap, a lot of zoom. Decent kick. Takes a Minnetonka bounce. And then is going to get downed by Cade Kazemi. Nope, check that. Number 6, Tyler Leon on the downing of that. And they'll be exactly at the 30-yard line. So a couple of pretty nice little offensive plays for the Skippers, and then a couple of penalties and miscues, really. And they find themselves back on defense. Handoff, left side. Andy Dill on the stop. Coming from his defensive tackle spot. No gain. Second down on the no gain on first down. Same quarterback, throws it out this time. Got a man pretty wide open. Going to be a first down. Coverage on the play by number 26 for Minnetonka, Brett Worley. Torgerson on the reception. Here we go. Handoff. 30 and stopped. First skipper that gets to him is Will Richmond. So Richmond slows him down, and then Minnetonka cleans up. Gain up of 2. Here we go. Minnetonka, third down. Fake. It looks like he might have the first down. I thought I saw a flag, and I did see a flag in the backfield, which would typically, I think the preliminary indication is holding. But I can't tell yet as it holds. So, boy, if you're, we have our windows open, and you may be able to hear some ruckus outside. I assure you that's not coming from our booth tonight. A couple of people not getting along very well, which is disappointing. But hopefully that doesn't diminish our broadcast tonight. So we're at the 5:41. It's 14-3. Minnetonka on top, holding against Blaine. Brings them back, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 23. Trips to the right for Blaine. Single receiver right. He's looking this. Looks like a. That. Now Blaine thinking that may be a late hit, but that ball's live at that point there. Yeah, you hear the boos from the Blaine side, but there's no penalty on that one, and that's going to be ruled as an incompletion. So a big third down play here coming in Minnetonka. 5:25 left. It's third down and 23 yards to go on the incompletion. It was a really behind-the-line screen pass. It just didn't get done. Quarterback, number 11, senior A.J. Call, still in shotgun. 2 receiver set to the right. He's looking to his left. There's the big one. And just at the point of impact, Minnetonka breaks it up. Boy, that was a Swenson on the stop.
Zach Schusted in punt formation for the Bengals.
Schusted set to punt here for the Bengals. So each team comes out that first drive of the second half and unable to do anything overly productive. And Blaine is set to punt from their own 33-yard line. Higher snap, and it's blocked. Minnetonka blocks it, That one's going to roll dead and get down at the 40. So Minnetonka, I think we got number 41, Andrew McCullough, on the block. And for sure it is Andrew McCullough. Andrew McCullough, I look at him on the field and they got him listed at 5'11", but I got to tell you something. He played like he was way bigger. First and 10 for Minnetonka on the block punt that gets basically down inside the Blaine 40. Oh, we got a little something here. A real personnel change from Blaine, and apparently he hadn't blown the whistle yet. That was a freebie there. Could have been a penalty. Here we go. Handoff left side. McCullough fighting for yards, gets back to the line of scrimmage at best, maybe. And
Beckley and Grant combine to make the stop. No gain on the play.
No gain there.
Second down, 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Jacob McCullough, just a junior, tries that left side. Been pretty productive on that left side behind the left offensive line. Not so much on that play. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Two receivers split left, one to the right. Handoff to McCullough again. This time there's a decent little hole. McCullough gets out to about the 35-yard line, which will be a gain on the play. Set up a 3rd down. 3rd and call at 7, so gain of only a couple. 4:13 left in the 3rd quarter. Minnetonka on top, 14-3. They get the ball on a block punt with good field position on their really 38 maybe, and now they're at the 35. So this is a pretty big 3rd down attempt for Minnetonka. Tyler Leon split wide right. Cade Kazemius split wide right in the slot. General and Miller left, showing blitz. Bengals showing blitz from the corner. Got a man, throws it. It's Kazemius. He's going to be very close to the 1st down. Be interesting to see how they mark this one. Well, he's going to be short. So Minnetonka is going to go for it on 4th and 3. Ball is on their opponent's 30-yard line. 4th down and call it our scoreboard calls it 2, but I'll tell you what, it's a long 2, folks. So Minnetonka electing to go for it on 4th and 2.5. They're in their opponent's 30-yard line. They're going to need to hurry. They got 12 seconds left on the play clock. Down to 7. Well, Mark Esch says, you know what, fellas? Got to get that going a little quicker than that. So they're forced to take a timeout. While there's a timeout, we're going to go back to our sponsors. Quick Trip. Quick Trip is a proud sponsor of Chocolate Milk Mondays for Minnetonka football players. Grab your chocolate milk at Quick Trip today. Youngsteads. Contact Youngsteads for all your auto needs. Family owned since 1971. Proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Callie's Custom Cookies. Callie's Custom Cookies are being sold at Minnetonka athletic events. Only $1 a cookie. All donated to Minnetonka Athletics. Tell you what, if you haven't had Gina Marie's Pizza, you're doing yourself a disservice. Gina Marie's takes pride in serving our Minnetonka football players. Order your pizza today. Well, so the clock was running out, and Mark Esch decides to take a little time out so he doesn't get the delay of the game. But it's a 4th down and call it 2.5, 3 yards. 2:53 rather in the 3rd quarter. See what they got up their sleeve. Martin rolls out right, throws the ball complete to Kazemius. 1st down and more. A little bit of a late hit there. Cade Kazemius gets a job done on that one out there. A little down and out at about 7 yards, needed 3, so it'll be 1st down. First and 10 from the 22-yard line. Clock running at 2:43. It's 8:35. We started the game a little early. So far, pretty much on par. Here we go. First and 10 on the Blaine 23-yard line. Will Martin at quarterback. McCullough shifts to the left side. Martin calls his own number. Got a little room there. Bobbing and weaving. He's down to the side, the 10. Will Martin gets up a little bit slowly, and a Blaine player still sitting on the ground. But
that's another Minnetonka first down. First and goal from the 8-yard line.
So it'll be first and goal from the Blaine 8-yard line. 2:06 left in the third quarter. First and goal from the 8. Will Martin, shotgun formation. Jacob McCullough, the halfback, gives the ball to him. McCullough cuts back the other way. Going to get a couple on that one. These are hard yards. Blaine's got a big D line. Not interested in giving up at this point.
2-yard gain on the play brings up second and goal from the 6-yard line.
So now a 2-yard gain. They credit Jacob McCullough with a couple of yards there. 1:17 in the third quarter. First and goal, Minnetonka on the Blaine 6. Second and 6. Second and goal from the 6. Tyler Leon split wide left. Kazemius left in the slot. Fake handoff. Touchdown on my mind. It is, in fact. Number 7, Joey Genru punches it across from the left side. They tricked you? Well, our executive producer and tonight our cameraman, and I'll be honest with you, along with myself, I thought it was a give to McCullough off the right side or up the middle. Turns out it was to General around the left side, and we caught that, but we caught it late, I think, both from an announcing perspective and a camera perspective. Nonetheless, the points go on the board. It's 20-3 here with a minute or two. Oh, we got another Blaine guy, boy. And I don't know if that's the heat or what, but he was at the point of impact there. Can't catch a number, but we're certainly hoping that he's got the Blaine player that's on the ground has got nothing but a either the wind knocked out of him or something. Certainly not major at all. So we have an injury timeout on the field. We'll kind of loop back and start our sponsors over again. Prominent Construction LLC will be more than ready to assist you if you're looking for residential, commercial, asphalt, shingle roofing, or siding installations in Minneapolis or nearby areas. So the player's still down, so Minnetonka's going to come to the sideline a little bit. OSR therapy. OSR therapy. Its goal is to have all its patients reach their optimal recovery by applying exceptional. And now the Blaine player getting assisted. It would look like a leg. Walking up with the help of 2 other players. We still can't catch a number, but as they walk off, we will catch a number. And we'll hope we see him back soon. Seven. So that's Tyler Terry is the player being assisted off the field. We're hoping we can see him again. So Zabilla set the kick. Tyler Leon, the holder. Snap is good. Kick is, in fact, good it is. So just before the end of the third quarter, It's Minnetonka 21, the Blaine Bengals 3. We'll be back with that kickoff. We'll get a chance to read a couple of more sponsors here before we have that kickoff. State Farm Insurance, John Elderson is your local State Farm Insurance representative and proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Give them a call for your home and auto rates today. The General Store of Minnetonka is a destination not to be missed and locally owned since 1984. Gifts, home decor, clothing, and so much more. Enjoy a made-from-scratch lunch in our sunny deli-style cafe. Starbuck Realty, lifelong residents, Minnetonka Skipper grads, Scott and Candy are here to help you with your buying or selling your next home. All right, here we go. Ready for the kickoff. 57.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Minnetonka with a comfortable lead, 21-3. Swenson and Kazemius will typically be deep. Of course, our kicker is Keegan Sabilla, sophomore, number 85. Last week he put 2 in the end zone. Today he's driven them to the 1-yard line and had some returns. This one is a line drive, going to be fielded at about the 9. He's got a running head start, and he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 30. Number 84 from Minnetonka, Ben Suster on the stop, junior. And that guy had a head of steam. So credit Schuster on a nice, taking the right lane of pursuit, angle of pursuit to get that. 1st and 10 for Blaine, starting this drive from their own 30-yard line. Not real much personnel change. Preston Myers, the running back, A.J. Call, the quarterback. 3 receivers out. He throws this one. Intercepted. He read it. Touchdown, Minnetonka. Number 18, Evan Swenson playing hide and seek there. Couldn't have been timed up better. Defensive score for Minnetonka. Evan Swenson saw that play developing and just sat back in the weeds and broke at the exact necessary time. And that is a defensive touchdown for Minnetonka. 45.1 seconds left. Looking for the kicking ball. Lost the kicking ball temporarily. You know, I got to tell you, their staff here at Minnetonka, John Christensen, Brian Dahman, Mason Cartier, Matt Gorman, Ishmael Karan, Alex Lichty, done a nice job in their preparation for this one. A little bit of a low snap. It doesn't matter for Zabilla, who kicks it. Could have kicked a 40-yarder there. So with the real quick score, so 2 scores in about less than a minute here. It's 28-3 Minnetonka. Alex Lichty, who's the defensive line coach. Tom Menke is outside linebacker, is really a D coordinator. Joe Lenahan is the offensive line / tight ends coach. Roderick Tolan, Jason Opsel. The strength and conditioning coach is Taylor Moon, really loved by the kids. The voice of the Skippers, as much as I'd like to think that is, it's really Tony DiLorenzo. And he's the public address announcer and been doing it for 17 years and has done a great job. Our technology and equipment manager is Steve Tuthill. Does a great job. And I saw him before the game. A lot of let me just count the alumni. 1, 2, 3. Well, at least 3 coaches on the varsity staff played football here at Minnetonka, which talks a little bit about pride. Here we go. Keegan Zabilla set to kick from his 40. This time he kicks a squib, and it's going to go out of bounds. So I think they were looking for the no run back there, hoping it got fielded about the 5, but that one goes out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bengals. They'll have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Nice little power run there and a great little stop by number 35, Prentice Wheatley on the stop.
Second and 4 for the 41-yard line.
Gain of about 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Gonna throw it out here. This one got away from him. Now, I don't know if Minnetonka player got a hand on it. Might have been number 2. Third down, 3rd and 4 here for the Bengals.
Third and 4 for the 41-yard line.
Well, the Bengals got by White Bear Lake on a field goal as time expired, but unless there's a dramatic change here, A.J. Call throws it now deep, had a man, but overthrows number 9, his intended receiver, Tyler Terry. Falls incomplete, can bring up a 4th down, and we've got 8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Jack Schusted in front formation for the Bengals.
Schusted set to
Swenson back to receive the punt for the skipper.
Swenson's deep for Minnetonka. Schusted set the punt. Now there's been one bad snap here on the Bengal special team punting unit. See what they can get going here. Bengals certainly need to pin Minnetonka back deep in their own territory if they got any chance of making a comeback in this game. This one's a good snap. Last one was blocked. This one's kind of a shanker doodle off the side of his foot. But it takes a Bengal bounce and is gonna get down just outside the 20-yard line.
Punting is down at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Down to the
3rd quarter.
So the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Took a good action shot there with my own personal camera. Well, it's the start of the 4th quarter, and it is 28-3. Now they need a ball. Well, as much planning as you can get. I don't know, the ref's got a flag in his hand. We're at the start of the 4th quarter, and for some reason they can't find the game ball. Coach Esch is out there talking to the white hat and 2 other officials, and he's saying, well, I think they're going to rewind that clock to maybe a second or 2 in the 3rd quarter. Hey, Joey, does the screen look like this for everybody else? No, okay, good. Well, you wouldn't want that. The score is so big. 28-3, all Minnetonka here. I guess there was a penalty on the game, and I don't know if it's a delay or what it is. Yeah, but so Minnetonka here deep in their own end. And so maybe a dead ball penalty after the punt, or after the, I can't even tell you. But nonetheless, it's 1st and 10. Minnetonka's got the ball. It looks like the 10-yard line, so there was a 10-yard penalty on a call that we haven't been able to see or understand yet. So I think they're looking at they're trying to change the clock. Handoff, McCullough up the middle, a couple of yards, gain of 3 maybe. And I think that will be the end of so that was an untimed down.
Jacob McCullough, the ball carrier for Minnetonka.
So that was an untimed down. I don't know if they just, there was a couple seconds left on the clock. And
That is the end of the third quarter.
so that's the end of the third quarter. And with the third quarter coming to a completion, it's Minnetonka 28, Blaine 3. So kind of a confusing turn of events there. Well, let's pick up where we left off with a couple of sponsored. Tuttle's Bar and Grill. Eat, bowl, play at Tuttle's, located on Shady Oak. Inspired Athletica. Love the process, do the work, refuse to quit. Physical therapy and personal training. Inspired athletes, proud athletics. Here we go. Proud sponsor. All right, beginning of the fourth quarter, Minnetonka on offense. Handoff to McCullough. Right up the middle, really. Good gang tackling by Blaine. And
the ball carrier. Peterson and Studer combined to make the stop.
Jacob McCullough, just a junior, listed on the program at $180, but runs pretty hard and not afraid to go inside between the tackles and shifty enough to get outside the edges. So Tyler Leon split wide to the right. Jacob McCullough, the running back, next to low snap, throws it to Leon. Leon catches it at the 30. Going to get rolled over. Now check that, about the 24. Going to be about the 25-yard line, but it is enough for a first down.
And that's another Minnetonka first down.
So Minnetonka comes out in the beginning of the fourth quarter and able to move the chains. (28-3), 25 points spread here. Martin wisely, once in a while, takes the focus off the ball, hit him in the hands. It was not a bad snap, just a momentary loss of concentration, and he wisely falls on his own fumble, and it'll be a significant loss on the play. Be about 18 yards to go now, so an 8-yard loss on the play after the nice little first down. So 2nd and 18, ironically from the 18. Will Martin, the quarterback. Little pass, inside route, and really a well-designed play, but a very well-defended play.
Screen pass is complete to number 5.
And
Huber makes the tackle.
Clayton Huber, who's the really one of their better players, has a significant impact on that stop, and I think Minnetonka is going to be content to run the ball on third down and get rid of it and get out of their own end and play a little defense here. Although the nice the completion and the first down on this drive, it's been lackluster since then, but well, you know, we're running out of time clock. 6 seconds left. Hard to get this one off. They do get it off. McCullough, carry, gain of 3 or 4, but it'll bring up a pretty clear punting situation.
Jacob Emslander there to make the stop.
Jacob Emslanger on the stop for Blaine. It'll be 4th down, and we call it forever, but it really is 4th and 20.
In punt formation now.
Keegan Sabilla set to do the punting duties here.
Joe Beckman back to receive the punt for Bengals.
Good snap. Zabilla's punt is a beautiful spiral. Not going to be fielded. Does take a Minnetonka bounce. Goes out of bounds. Just a little short of midfield. Should be 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Inside Minnetonka territory, probably mark it around the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, Blaine for the 47-yard line. First and 10 for the 45-yard line.
Well, they rethink that mark. Goes to the 45. Here we go. 1st and 10, the Bengals. Hands off up the middle. Big hole. Gain of about 7 or 8 yards.
Preston Myers, the ball carrier.
Myers, who's got the bulk of it, gets at least 6, I would call it, the way they mark it. Both teams have played in a little bit of a hurry-up game here, but 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter now. Minnetonka shows blitz a little bit. Hand off to Myers again, off the right side. Gets a couple, going to be close to the 1st down, depending on how they mark it. And in fact, it is a 1st down. So Wheatley on the stop, and it's going to be a, oh boy, another Blaine guy down. Yeah, so referee's timeout. Another injured Blaine. Looks like they're working on a left ankle here. Looks like an offensive lineman. So again, we'll hope for just a tweak or something pretty minor there. Lake Minnetonka, and go back to some of our sponsors, folks. Lake Minnetonka Orthodontics. Lake Minnetonka Orthodontics is a leading Twin Cities orthodontal practice with 3 offices conveniently located in Minnetonka, Wayzata, and Excelsior. Go for your needs in that department. Cambria. Cambria combines the finest materials with legendary American craftsmanship to create quartz surfaces that can handle almost anything. From your home team that can dish it out. Cambria is a proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Chick-fil-A. Chanhasen's Chick-fil-A is a proud sponsor of Minnetonka football. Number 72 for the Bengals. Looks like one of the captains, a lineman, Zach Byers, getting helped off. But now he's walking on his own. I'm guessing we may see Zach back. He's going to walk to the bench, get the trainer to take a look at him. 7:51 left in the 4th quarter. 28-3 Minnetonka. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
34-yard line. Blaine trying to get some points on the board here after a field goal in the 1st quarter. Throws it over the middle, got a man, incomplete. Tell you what, again, a well-defended play. That was Cosmo Guillon, and Cosmo hits him right as he touches the ball. The receiver's unable to hang on, and so really great timing by Cosmo there on that hit, which jarred the bar loose and created an incompletion. Off the right side there, you're going to get a few yards.
AJ Call keeps on the play.
Calls the keeper on that. Calls his own number. Andrew McCullough on the stop for Minnetonka. Bring up a 3rd and about 5. Here we go. 3rd and 6, call it. And up the middle. Dragged down from behind by Minnetonka's number 72, Dakota Eggert.
The ball carrier, Dakota Eggert on the stop.
Eggert on the stop. Gets him short of the 1st down, but it'll bring up a 4th and 1.
Yeah, gain on the play brings up 4th and 1 from the 25-yard line.
4th down and short. High snap. Scampers away, gets the first, I think, and
A.J. Call keeps on the play.
stopped by number 11, Will Richmond.
Will Richmond and Ashton Hoffman combine to make the tackle. It'll bring up 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the 22.
That is a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line. Blaine in a bit of a spread formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Keeps it, sacked. 2 Minnetonka players on there,
Julius
Dakota
Nurse
Everett
with the
and
quarterback
Julius
sack.
Nurse. So nice sack by those 2 guys.
5-yard loss on the play. We go 2nd and 15 to the 27-yard line.
Big loss on the play. 2nd down at about 15. We got 5:05 left in the 4th quarter. Minnetonka on top, 28-3. 3 receiver bunch to the right for Blaine. 2 claps, snap. He's looking right. Chased out of the pocket. Throws it, incomplete. Kind of had to improvise. I think he was going to go deep to the right.
Forward Donovan Torgerson falls incomplete. Now we're up 3rd down.
3rd down.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 15 to the 27-yard line.
Third and 15. Throws a little screen, bubble screen out to the right. Complete. Ball's loose. Can't tell who's got that back. He had the reception. It's a first. He fumbles the ball after the reception. Minnetonka picks up the loose change. And that'll be a 1st down Minnetonka on the completed pass. Guion on the recovery. It'll be 1st and 10 Minnetonka. Probably see some pretty significant personnel changes now, I would think. Number 6er, Peter. Gosh, I wish I could pronounce it, but I can't. Hand off to number 21 around the right edge, and he scoots pretty far. Boy, got a 1st down and more. So we saw Ashelman come in before when the Dyna game was not in question, and Ashelman ran like a player. He looks good to me. Ashelman on a nice big 1st down.
Flag on the field.
Another flag, I guess. So
Holding.
the sophomore quarterback,
10-yard penalty.
Milos, taking snaps now for Minnetonka. So at the 4:30 mark in the 4th quarter, Minnetonka making some whole-scale changes. We'll try to catch some numbers for you. Jackson Woodley, the junior, now in there at offensive line. Number 65, Guerin in there. Osvaldo Guerin. Different wide receiver here. Number 87, Cameron, out there in space, split wide to the right. Milos, the sophomore quarterback. Great to get your sophomore. Well, Ashelman on the carry, and then that one did not work very well.
Combined to make the stop. Flag on the field.
Flag on the field again. Holding on Minnetonka. So that one's going to come back.
Good. You?
So Minnetonka here.
Arrogant and stupid, those are the two words that come.
Quarterback, sophomore Milos here doing I saw him play last year as a freshman. He is a outstanding sophomore quarterback. Handoff to Ashelman, I think, off the left side, right side, check that. 3:34 left in the game. And this one's going to go down as a victory for Minnetonka. 21. Ashelman getting the bulk of the carries so far.
Brings up second and 18 from the 15-yard line.
Osvaldo Garan in. 84, Benjamin Schuster, a wide receiver in, going to be split to the left side of the field. Milos, quarterback. Hands off, Ashelman around this. He's got speed. He gets to the edge and gets a couple there. And a late hit, either at a late hit or a face mask on that one. And did not look intentional, but I'm guessing that's going to be a face mask. That's my take on it. Maybe they're going to call it a horse collar. The horse collar rule in high school football has changed, right?
Personal foul, 15-yard penalty against Blaine.
Yeah, that's going to be a horse collar. You know, you can't get this was a side, so if you get inside the shoulder pads and pull an opponent down either to the back or to the side, that's a horse collar. You can't grab the nameplate anymore either. Here we go. Brings up a first down. Milos, the quarterback. Ashelman, the halfback. Different offensive line, fairly completely. Going to start to milk the clock. Got about 6 seconds left on the clock. Handoff, Ashelman up the middle. Getting some yardage.
Ashelman, the ball carrier.
Ashelman on the carry, and at this point it's pretty academic, folks. With 2 minutes left in the game, it's Minnetonka 28, Blaine 3. Fairly convincing victory for Minnetonka. Really great to see younger underclassmen, guys that aren't seeing the starting lineup out there. Hudson Schutte, I think I'm catching that number right, 58. Kevin Shalak out there. Milos, the sophomore quarterback, hands off to Ashelman. Ashelman right up the middle. These are terribly tough yards. Your opponent knows with a big, well, they're moving the pile, and that's awesome.
Ashelman, the ball carrier.
I believe Blaine has made some personnel changes as well. That's going to bring up a third down. 83-14, 83.
1-yard line for Minnetonka.
High camp in, that's awesome, nice to see. Schuster, we talked about. And Oswald Garan, we talked about him. Wide out here, number 84, Benjamin Schuster. Bunch set out to the right side, single wide out to the left. Milos, quarterback. Ashelman on the give. I think he's going to get a first down.
Ashelman, the ball carrier. Eckert makes the stop.
Eckert on the stop for the Bengals. The clock is running, and it is a first down. So it's really awesome when your twos are out there and you're getting first downs.
First and 10 for the 45-yard line.
So that's going to be the end of the game, folks. The first down, the clock starts, and here we are. Game number 2 for Minnetonka against the Blaine Bengals. Your final score, Minnetonka 28, Blaine 3. Congratulations, skippers and their coaching staff. Convincing victory on a pretty good, well thought of opponent in the Bengals. We'll have a heck of a test going away next week to Maple Grove. Look forward to talking to you then. On behalf of Dan, myself, Peter Amstutz, who's not here tonight, Joe Scatina, our cameraman, and our executive producer, we couldn't be happier to give you that final. Minnetonka on top, 28-3. Good night, everybody. Drive safe.